Yeah. So today's topic is ours, company shares. So here he has given very clearly about our topic, that is company shares. He is not talking about something like only equity shares, only debenture shares or something like that. He is giving totally as company accounts. So company accounts, company accounts ante we are talking mostly about the capital structure of the company, Nana. We are not studying about the capital, we are studying about the capital structure, not about the business, about the capital structure of that particular company. So here what happens, any company which is being registered, under Companies Act of 1956 or 2013. So those all will come under the Companies Act, and they need to follow the rules and regulations, the procedures, the methodology, everything they are going to follow all these things in this one. So in this one, company accounts, when I'm talking about mainly only the capital part. We company accounts anagane, again we have other things like balance sheet and P&L ostai, but we are talking only about a share. So here the topic is been divided as shares, that too we call it as issue of shares and debentures. Then we have underwriting, and bonus shares. So this much is your topic is been divided in this form. So he just topic low, he has covered a maximum whatever he has to tell. He has covered everything in this one. So in this one, what happens? How we are going to issue? Now I said that every company which has been registered under Companies Act, it is very important that one owner will not be there. And one more thing here, what happens? We will be the total whatever we are doing, it is the total thing we are going to follow mostly the concepts and conventions you people have studied in your first years. And whatever we are going to prepare our books of records, we always say that we follow the concepts and conventions. So these concepts and conventions are must that we actually follow in these process and matter. In this process we are going to follow it to the particular point. So here how we are going to go for it. So in this one we have a first foremost concept. What is that concept, ma? That is business entity concept is there. So every transaction we are going to record from the point of the business only. Once again. So here what happens, in this one we follow the business entity concept, and like even in the sole proprietor partnership also we follow it. But whatever I'm talking about the concepts and conventions, we mostly the business which has been registered under these Companies Act, they are supposed to follow in this one. So here what happens, the owner is a company itself, the artificial. The company is called what, ma? It's called as the artificial person in the eyes of a law. So here, who have the whatever the people who are going to contribute the capital, we are going to call them as a owners. But the transactions of the company, whatever will be recorded, but not on the owner's name. Always it is recorded in the name of company itself. That you all know it. It's not like something new for you people. You people are learning since you were in your inter first year. Now this is one thing. Okay, fine. Now what is we have to do with this issue of shares, debentures, and all those things? So here what happens, ma? If it is a sole trader or a partnership, the business entity concept we follow in both the cases, ma. But here in the sole proprietor or a partnership, we will have very limited number of a people. Chala takko mandi untaru. Sole proprietor ante only one person will be there. And that particular person only will supply the fund. Ante whatever the business requires the capital, that is to be supplied by the sole proprietor, and the losses or a profits whatever is going to be, he alone is going to bear that one. So until now it is fine, it's good. Now one more thing is there, in the partnership what happens, ma? In the partnership, the capital is brought by the partners who are into the part of it. And one more thing, the partner also is going to have certain limitations. It is also a kind of a thing wherein if any partner is being become insolvent, we have seen in the previous chapter that if any partner is becoming insolvent, then company should go for dissolution. And if the partnership is the business which is continued for certain accomplishment of one particular task, as soon as the task is completed, the company should go for dissolution. And the partnership ki kuda restrictions ఏంటంటే they are not a continuous, they will be stopped, they will have a breakdown at a one particular point anamata. Now comes is a company. So company is the one we whatever we talked about in the concepts, going concern concept. So అది apt గా companies కి మాత్రమే applicable అవుతుందన్న. So here what is that going concern concept says, whether the owner is there or not, owners may come, owners may leave, but the company is going to stay forever. As because it is an artificial person, it is not going to have a death, so it will be always will be running its business activities. Mari sole proprietor lo alanti restrictions unnai, because as soon as a person dies, business is automatically is going to be closed up. Partnership lo kuda alanti restrictions unnai, company ki ala restrictions levu. So ikkada whatever the capital is going subscribed, whatever the capital is going to be. So here the limited number of members is not limited to the small number anamata. Ikkada it is going to be wide range. ఒక పబ్లిక్ సెక్టర్ బ్యాంక్ పబ్లిక్ సెక్టర్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ అనుకోండి. పబ్లిక్ సెక్టర్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ అంటే విచ్ ఈస్ బీన్ గవర్న్డ్ రూల్డ్ బై ద గవర్నమెంట్ అనమాట. గవర్నమెంట్ బాడీస్. సో అలాంటి ఆర్గనైజేషన్ అనుకోండి, షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ n number of people, there is no limit. But ade if it is about private limited company, they can go up to 200. Partnership lo ilanti benefit leads kada. So andike ikkada em avutundante, we have a chance of growing more and more. We can go for more, like we can go for increasing or developing into the more and more areas also. So అందుకే కంపెనీస్ అనేవి the wider scope ఉంటుంది అనమాట. సో వైడర్ స్కోప్ ఉంటుంది అన్నాను, డెవలప్మెంట్ కోసం కానీ లేకపోతే ఫర్దర్ గ్రోత్ కోసం కానీ, దీస్ కంపెనీస్ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు హ్యావ్ ఎ maximum benefit nana. They can. Why? Because here the capital which is there, the capital is going to be contributed. What I said here, the limited number is not there. There are n number of people. Private sector తీసుకున్నా కూడా they can go for up to 200 people as a contributors of the capital anamata. So that is how it is having a benefit in the company. So here, if there is a one or two parties who are contributing the capital, it was very easy for me to record and all those things. But if it is more than that, then I cannot record it, no? So here what we are going to do is, that is what, instead of writing each individual's name, whoever has contributed, overall we call them as a share capital. Share capital ante మామూలుగా అయితే మనం capital అని represent చేస్తాము. But here Here the small portion of so many people together is forming into a capital, a huge amount of capital. So alanti danni manam share capital ante everyone's share is there in that one. So likewise the share capital is given. Now here what happens when while we are doing into the share capital now the company usually have a practice. Now usually what they're going to do is, I said there can be n number of people contributing a capital to the company annan. So what the company is going to do, at what time it requires, at that time only it will go for asking a money ma. సో అందుకే ఇది మీకు ఈజీగా గుర్తుండడానికి నేను ఐ వాస్ కీప్ ఆన్ గివింగ్ ద సేమ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆఫ్ కాలేజ్ ఫీ. కాలేజ్ ఫీ అనేది మనకి లంసమ్ అమౌంట్ ఇంత అని తెలుసు, బట్ నెవర్ కాలేజ్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు ఆస్క్ యూ లంసమ్ అమౌంట్, ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు ఆస్క్ యూ ఇన్ ఇన్స్టాల్మెంట్ అమౌంట్స్. వై? బికాస్ కాలేజ్ నడవడానికి కంపల్సరీ, లైక్ ఎట్ ద టైమ్ ఆఫ్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్స్ కానీ, ఎట్ ద టైమ్ ఆఫ్ ఎనీ అదర్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాక్టికల్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్స్ కానీ, what happens, the company has to go for, the company has, sorry, the college has to go for bearing some kind of expenditures nana, like if the external person is coming ledu ante, at the time of examinations we will get faculty from the external. These peoples are going to be paid with some amount of fund. So అలాంటివి ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఖర్చులు. And at the time of examination we should make sure that whatever we have a furniture, whatever we have equipments, whatever the facilities, whatever we have, ఇవన్నీ కూడా ప్రాపర్ గా ఉండాలి, బికాస్ అవుట్ సైడ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ విల్ కమ్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్. సో ఇవన్నిటికీ ఫండ్స్ కావాలి అంటే వాట్ దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ, at that time they are going to ask some portion of the amount. So while a total fee low, 1/3 of the bid they are going to ask, they're going to give a notice that please pay so and so amount. So ఆ అమౌంట్ వచ్చిన దాన్ని వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారు, then what is required, the immediate kind of payment they need to make, the immediate kind of expenditure they have to incur, they will spend that money for that purpose anamata. So ala, even in the company also, the company when it starts, usually what is required for them, first is the location, next is the machinery, next is the labor, next is the material. So ఇవన్నిటికి కావాల్సి వస్తుంది కాబట్టి first the company what it is going to do is, now a share value. Let assume that a company, they thought that we are going to start a business, and for starting a business I require some 10 lakhs worth of money ma. I require 10 lakhs worth of money. So what I did, I need for getting it a money. So I said, like here, as we are being registered under the Companies Act, so we are going to go for getting the money by issuing a shares annal. So what I have decided that I needed 10 lakhs of money annappudu, I decided to go for issuing 10,000 shares at the rate of 100. So now it will be 10 lakhs kada. Now it will be 10 lakhs. So this is my ultimate goal for getting the money ma. But what happens at that time, right now 10 lakhs issue చేయడం నాకు అవసరం అనిపించట్లేదు. I decided that 10 lakhs వరకు నా ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ అనేది పెరగాలి అని నేను అనుకుంటున్నాను, బికాస్ ఫర్దర్ గా గ్రోత్ కూడా ఉండొచ్చు. I may have a growth in my company, so at that time I need some funds to be maintained in my organization. So that is the reason I will always go for maintaining some amount of fund anamata. అందుకే ఏం చేస్తాను, యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ, యాజ్ బికాస్ ఐఎమ్ న్యూ కంపెనీ, బై మిస్టేక్ 10,000 షేర్స్ నేను ఇష్యూ చేసినా కూడా కొంటాడు అని గ్యారంటీ నాకు లేదు, because I'm very new to the market. So what I'm going to do, why to go for unnecessary issuing all the things right now, ఎందుకు ఇప్పుడే అన్ని ఇష్యూ చేయాలి, ఇష్యూ చేసిన తర్వాత పర్చేస్ చేయలేదనుకో అప్పుడు మళ్ళీ నాకే కదా కష్టము. సో వాట్ ఐ డిసైడెడ్, ఐల్ గో ఫర్ 5,000 షేర్స్, 5,000 షేర్స్ at the rate of 100 each. సో ఇప్పుడు రైట్ నౌ క్యాపిటల్ ఎంత అవుతుంది అప్పుడు, ఇట్ విల్ బి సంథింగ్ 5 lakhs అవుతుంది. సో యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ ఐ డిసైడ్ దట్ yes 5 lakhs is sufficient as of now నాకు అనేసి అనుకుంటాను. Now I went for the process. What is the process? First foremost is, first as soon as I thought of issuing shares, we issue in the market and we'll see how many people are purchasing. So here ఒకేసారి 100 రూపీస్ పెట్టాను అనుకో, పీపుల్ విల్ నాట్ బి ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ టు పర్చేస్. So what I'm going to do, as of now, I'm going to divide these 100 rupees into small parts. So what is that small parts is, first we are going to have application. application at the rate of 20 పెడతాను బికాస్ మినిమల్ ఐ ఫీల్ మినిమల్ పెడితే మేలు అనేసి. నెక్స్ట్ ఈజ్ అలాట్మెంట్ అంటే ఏంటంటే నాన్న, ఇప్పుడు ఇంతమంది అప్లై చేశారు, సో మెనీ పీపుల్, ఐ హ్యావ్ యాక్చువల్లీ లెట్ అజ్యూమ్ దట్ 5,000 షేర్స్ నేను ఇష్యూ చేశాను. వెన్ ఐ హ్యావ్ ఇష్యూడ్ 5,000 షేర్స్ నా 5,000 out of 5,000 got sold. Now I have to register their names, no? Yes, I have got all the 5,000 share worth of money. So I am allotting. Allotting means I am giving them name and some number. So that is what I'm giving them importance. Now you are a shareholder of a company. So that is what I'm giving. So once I allot them, at that time I will again ask them money, because I'm registering your name, no, I'm giving some number to your share document, and you pay me some amount, we'll say. So obviously what the people shareholders who purchased my shares, what they're going to do, they pay me that required amount. So అందుకే most of the time you will not have backlogs, sorry, what I'm telling, most of the time you will not have any calls in arrears in these two cases. In these two cases లో కాల్స్ అండ్ అరియర్స్ చాలా రేర్గా ఉంటాయి, అసలు ఉండవు. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ చెప్పాలి అంటే ఉన్నా కూడా చాలా రేరెస్ట్ పార్ట్లో ఉంటుంది అనమాట. దెన్ కమ్స్ ద ఫస్ట్ కాల్. సో ఫస్ట్ కాల్ I decided to go for at 30 again, and then I'll go for final call. So it's up to my choice, whether I'll have two calls or whether I am going to have only one call. It's all up to company's choice anamata. They doesn't want to prolong it. ఎంత త్వరగా అయితే అంత త్వరగా వాళ్ళు మనీ రాబెట్టేసుకోవాలి అనుకుంటున్నారు అనుకోండి, దెన్ వాట్ దే డూ, ద ఫస్ట్ కాల్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ దాన్నే ఫైనల్ కాల్ అని చేసేసి మొత్తం బ్యాలెన్స్ ఎంత ఉంది ఇప్పుడు, 20-30 అయిపోయింది, 50 ఉంటుంది. సో 50 ఒకేసారి పెట్టేస్తారనమాట. ఇట్స్ ఆల్ డిపెండ్స్ అపాన్ ద కంపెనీస్ విష్. సో దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ ఇట్. ఇట్స్ దేర్ విష్ అండ్ విల్ అండ్ విష్ అనమాట. సో దట్స్ హౌ దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ప్లాన్ ఇట్. సో ఇలా నేను చేశాను. సో ఇన్ దీస్ కేస్ నౌ దిస్ ఈస్ ద వే ఐ am calling. Now I have issued in the market. Now what I said, I am going to go for up, like asking them purchase it. So whoever comes to me, I'm going to give application. Even in the college also the same thing happens, Noma. What they're going to do, whether you are interested or not, you'll simply directly, you blindly, you'll go to one college only and you'll take admission. No, no. You'll go for visiting 2 or 3 colleges. Now every college you're visiting, simply they will tell you everything. No, what they'll do first, आपके ऊपर क्या थोपेंगे, पहले application थोपेंगे पहले. They'll ask you, please first purchase the application. We're going to give all the details, they'll say. So whether you are interested in that college or not, you are supposed to go for purchasing the application. So likewise, the maximum application money they will try to get it, Nama. Even everywhere it is quite common, because the applications is a source of the basic funds. Now once I got purchased application, now how many I said for all these things, again it is a 5,000 only, na? So into 5,000, if I take into 5,000, so how much it will be, Nana? 1 lakh, na? 1 lakh. Now 1 lakh I got it. Luckily I have got a 1 lakh. So what I'm going to do it now, I will purchase my raw material, because biggest investment in the organization is raw material. So whatever the 1 lakh I got in the name of application, first I'll go for purchasing the raw material and I'll start my production activity. So to purchase my raw material and as well as to start my production activity, I have sufficient funds. Now what I'm going to do it, now I will tell that I'm allotting the names. Sometimes what happens, I have issued at 5,000 worth of fake shares, but sometimes I get applications of 6,000, because just now I said example, if every college you're visiting, whether you are interested in that or not, what happens, you have to purchase the application. So because of that, what happens, sometimes 6,000 worth of money where they are going to get it. But in that 6,000, I have to assign only 5,000 amount of shares, no? Because the limitation as of now, we decided only 5,000. So that's why 5,000 I have to allot. Now, before allotting, I will tell them that please pay some amount. Now you people also, what you will do, as soon as the call in the Dost site, the college name has been assigned. The college, as soon as you come here, the college people will ask you pay little bit of amount, then we will write a name, you will, they will say. So what you will do, as because the time will be in limited say a amount, so in a hurry and in a worry, you go for giving the amount what they demand. It's default, it's quite common. That is the reason they'll say that if you will pay little bit, we will write a name, they'll say. So obviously for writing of a name, we will go for paying the amount. It's quite common, everyone does it. So that is what here they are going to do. So even in the company also, they'll say that we'll give assign a number, you just please pay some amount. So 5,000 into 3, 5 threes are 15. Now 1,50,000 I got. What I'm going to do with this one? Why I'm going to use this one is, now I said I 1 lakh, first 1 lakh, so I have got a material, I'm sending into the process, everything is fine. But as soon as I throw the products in the market, everyone will be, is everyone are waiting only for my product? No, no, there are a number of products. So I have to sell it and I have to get a profit. So this becomes a very difficult task for me. So until that time, I have to pay salaries to my labor or not, salaries to be paid for my other office assistants or not. So these allotment amount, whatever I have brought, these things are going to help me to accomplish these kind of expenditures. Now slowly I got settled down. Now I have got my working capital, my activities are going on, everything is going on until 6 to 7 or 1 year. I'm really very much fine. I don't have any issues. So slowly then, as soon as more than 6 months has been completed, more than 8 months has been completed, my business is slowly developing. My demand for my product is slowly increasing. Now people want more amount. People want more amount. So more amount of goods is being demanded in my activity. So here now, because people have demand for more, now I have to get a more amount of raw material now. So that is the reason now I'll go for calling one more time this amount. Again 1,50,000 I will ask for it. Okay. Now this is done. Yeah, I'll upload it. Now, like this, whatever that time of things I have completed, I will be doing it. And then slowly at the last, almost the first call and second call, we are going to have a little bit of a gap. And then we are going to go for calling for that amount also. So that amount will be how much? 1 lakh, 5,000, no, 5,000 into 20. Like this, they are going to gather a bitwise amount from the total. So here what happens most of the time in these cases, now we will have a backlogs. Backlogs, no, calls in arrears. So calls in arrears means calls in arrears antamnana. So arrears means it's nothing but these arrears, whatever I am talking about, this one arrears means outstanding. Remember, arrears means outstanding. So I'm writing here arrears ante enti nana, outstanding. So prati daniki, here in our accounting we have a terminology. So if I'm using outstanding, then default it will go to the P&L statement or a trading statement or a balance sheet statement. But my outstanding, what I'm talking about, this one, E outstanding is not related to my incomes, expenses like that. This outstanding is related to what? It is related to my capital. So that is the reason we use a different term called arrears antam. So arrears అనేది ఏంటంటే I am thinking that there is an amount which still I have to receive. So I'm expecting that not today, but tomorrow they are going to pay for definitely. So that is what we go for writing as a arrears. Even in your college also, in the first term and second term, they will ask for the money to be paid. They'll say, మీరు ఇప్పుడు ఇవ్వకపోతే మీకు ఎగ్జామినేషన్స్ రాయనీయము, ఇఫ్ ఈ అమౌంట్ మీరు ఇప్పుడు పే డ్యూస్ ఉన్నాయని చదువుతారు, చదివేసిన తర్వాత ఈ అమౌంట్ ఇప్పుడు ఇవ్వకపోతే సప్లీస్ రాయనీయం అనేసి, ఈ అమౌంట్ ఇవ్వకపోతే ప్రాక్టికల్స్ ఎగ్జామ్స్కి రానీయమనేసి అలా చెప్తారు. సో కొంతమంది ఏం చేస్తారు, భయపడి పే చేసేస్తారు. It is a due అంటే there is a chance of we getting it written some or the other day. That is called outstanding. అందుకే నేను outstanding అని రాస్తాను. అంటే ఏదో ఒక రోజు I will get అనే కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ నాకు అనమాట. Even in your college also the same thing they are going to do. Why it is called outstanding amount? Because due amount అంటారు, మన దగ్గర due amount అంటారు. Due అన్నా outstanding అన్నా arrears అన్నా all are same meaning. Accrued అన్నా అన్ని కూడా same meanings నానా. So here they have a confidence that they will be taking from you definitely. అంతే కదా, లాస్ట్కి అట్లీస్ట్ హాల్ టికెట్ అయినా చేతిలో పట్టుకొని they will ask the money or not. So why? Because they have a confidence that they will get the amount from you at any cost. So that is the reason they are going to call it as a calls in arrears. మరి అదే కొన్ని సిచ్యువేషన్స్ లో ఉంటాయి నాన్న, కొందరు they will not pay the amount, you know, they will not pay the amount. So what they're going to do is, as because they are not going to pay the amount, in such case, we call that one like we will not get the amount అని మనం డిసైడ్ చేసేస్తాం, will not get this one. So in such case, I'm going to call this one as out. I'm going to resell it. I'm going to go for reselling అంటాం. Reselling in the sense or else repurchasing అనొచ్చు. Repurchasing or retaking. Taking back of shares. అండ్ ఆ ప్రాసెస్ని మనం ఇక్కడ కొత్త వర్డ్ ఫోర్ ఫీచర్ అని యూస్ చేస్తాం. ఫోర్ ఫీచరింగ్ మీన్స్ ఐ యామ్ టేకింగ్ అవే మై షేర్స్ బ్యాక్. ఎందుకు అంటే వీడు ఎంత డ్యూ అని చెప్పినా కూడా వీడు పే చేయట్లేదు నాన్న. మరి అలాంటప్పుడు ఇంకా రాదులే డబ్బు అని అనుకోవడం ఇంపార్టెంటా, లేకపోతే బాబు నువ్వు ఎలాగో పే చేయవు, యు గివ్ అవే మై షేర్స్ అనేసి వి విల్ టేక్ అవే అవర్ షేర్స్. వాడి దగ్గర నుంచి మొత్తం షేర్స్ మనం తీసేసుకుంటాం అనమాట. సో దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ హియర్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ. సో హియర్ వి విల్ టెల్ యూ ప్లీజ్ గివ్ అవే మై అమౌంట్, యూ గివ్ అవే మై షేర్స్. సో ఆఫ్టర్ ఐ గెట్ మై షేర్స్ వాట్ విల్ డూ, సింప్లీ విల్ గో ఫర్ రీసెల్లింగ్ దెమ్. అవి తీసుకుంటాము అండ్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద టైమ్ ఆ తీసుకోవడం అనేది టేకింగ్ బ్యాక్ అవర్ షేర్స్ అనే ప్రాసెస్ని మనం ఫోర్ ఫీచరింగ్ అంటాం నాన్న. టేకింగ్ అవే బ్యాక్ సేల్స్ అవర్ షేర్స్ని వాట్ వి కాల్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ఫోర్ ఫీచరింగ్. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏదైతే మళ్ళీ రేపు నేను కొత్తగా ప్రాబ్లం చెప్తానో, వీ విల్ బి యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఓన్లీ దిస్ ప్రాసెస్. single bits low, small bits low, we are asking them money, and if any time there is a due, we are calling it as a calls in arrears. But sometimes what happens, that fellow will not pay at any cost the amount. So at that time we no more will call as a calls in arrears. Simple ga what we are going to call it, you give away my shares. That process we call it as a four featuring process. Is this clear? The class is going to end at any time. Now, whatever the concept now you have understood, tomorrow I'm going to tell you one small problem, then we go with the essay problem. So hope so, at least now you are going to get it. Those who did not understand what you do, you are going to go for studying it once again. Means whatever I have sent it, please go for reading it again and again. This is going to help you people, at least to understand better. Hey, someone take a screenshot, Sri.